This is James's breakfast for August the 15th, 2018. And it's the kale bites, the cheesy flavored ones, with kale and radish green juice. So it's about half and half. And I'm just having radish green juice and the kale bites because I already had my kale juice this morning. I'm just going to cover that up while I show you something. I definitely don't want flies getting at that. So I'm eating mine with hot and spicy ketchup that I'd made last fall. And this food on this plate right here is for Lil Bun Bun. Because this morning I was getting stuff ready out here and doing things, gardening, watering, and I came across this little Bun Bun, and I guess I'll have to coax him out of there. And how I came across, first I heard a kind of squealy noise, and I didn't think bunny. I thought bird, really, honestly. Let's see where I don't want to put the cover in the water dish trying to get after him. There he is. You see him in there? He's scared. So I don't want to really take him out of there. So I'm going to cover him back up. He can stay in there, because he was getting attacked by cats. There were a bunch of cats all around him, and I didn't know what those cats were up to. I thought they had a bird. And so yes, it's all dusty. It was outside the kennel. It's not clean. But anyway, I just had to figure something out in a pinch. So I'm giving him those greens for breakfast, and I don't know if he'll go after it. And then I will set up a better enclosure for him. I have, I don't know, the remnants of a habit trail system that might work. Because he's just a little baby and I don't really know what to do with him. I feel bad. So I can feed him. I mean, he was probably attracted by my garden. So how much could a little baby Bun Bun eat, right? So I'll just... there. My back really isn't too bad today, considering that I moved all those tiles. Scare him. I'm just gonna gently move him right there. I don't have to worry about the cats. Anyway, I don't know when James will get here. And yesterday he was eating his bites like this. Today I baked them in the oven, which is actually a really good way to eat these bites. But yesterday when I served them to James, he was eating them. He cut them all up with a knife and I don't know. He wanted to eat them with a fork and not like that. They're good finger food, so I don't know why anybody would want to eat them with a fork, but I don't know if I put how I made the hot and spicy ketchup online. I probably did. I showed how to make everything last year, so well, everything that I was making that might be of interest. If you have a food processor, it's easy to make your own ketchup. And everyone should have a food processor. I went straight for the yummy. Don't harvest my food, please. Thank you. It's constant. Everyone does it. I think nothing of it. I didn't used to stand up for myself about it, but it's insane. It's terrible. Hey, darling, just in time for dinner. Or
yeah,
breakfast.
I think you phoned, right?
I don't know. I'm really out of it this morning.
Oh, well, okay. Let's see if I'm out of the yard.
Yeah, it's a little hard to shut that gate.
You did a good job getting it at level. I think we probably should try to leave it there. Is that what you think? Leave it there, that's good enough. It's not latched. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands.
I have a show on for the dogs right now to entertain them, but they're too excited because James is here. But with the radish pulp, I can make bites too. I can make these little nuggets out of many different kinds of pulp. I have many different recipes. Hello.
Hi.
If you want ketchup for the nuggets, you can have it. I was thinking maybe you'd want antipasto, but I don't know.
Well, probably the ketchup. I like the antipasto with, probably with the garlic bread.
Okay.
We'll get that first. Yeah, I would have been over a little earlier, but I was getting some water down, watering by hand where that was
Flies sure are pests, Tony.
Oh, they can be wasps too. I don't know what it is about them. They got to get the last few moments of pestiferousness out of their system, where they crawl off and die.
I don't know if we can deck dine around these flies. I have to put a screen around the porch or something.
Yeah.
This time of year, it's just terrible. I can't stand it. Like, they're on me half the time.
Well, what I'm thinking about is, I think this would be strong enough to take a screen. You put hooks on this.
That's totally what we're going to do.
I think if you put it through this part, you see how it's double cloth? It'd be less likely to tear. You got to think about the possibility of this tearing and these things falling off. But just get a curtain that you put around.
Well, we have that screen that we bought. Do you know where it is yet?
Anyway, it's something to think about, right?
Well, we'll find that screen.
You have a moving
There's
gazebo.
only so many places you could have put it. It was quite large.
You make a moving gazebo, eh?
Yep. You're right. We don't need a whole screen deck for. We'll just do that.
Actually, we could have that anyway. Yeah. What you're saying is we could just set it up wherever we go.
Because I just don't want them on me when I'm sitting at the table eating.
But yeah, I think that would work in Manitoba. Anyway, cheap and easy version. These things obviously every so occasionally go on sale.
Yeah, we were thinking about buying one from Superstore. I think it was a little later than this, last year. Maybe it was September. And it was cheap. It was a quarter the price or something.
Awesome. But yeah, wherever we go, we could set these up.
It's when we bought this table.
We could set these up like by the stream.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
We wouldn't have to move it around. We could buy a bunch of them.
Yep.
Wouldn't even have to build a gazebo.
Yep.
And then we could have one up on our deck. Couple,
we could have them
actually.
everywhere. Little mosquito forts. Oh, I should show you our new member of the family. Maybe I will take her out of here then. I just didn't want to scare her. She went through quite an ordeal. Or he, I'm not really sure.
Oh my God. Okay. So what happened?
Well, this little bun was getting attacked by a bunch of cats. They were all right there underneath the parrot mailbox.
Okay, so we're going to take it somewhere.
Well, no, I can put it in I have the habit trail system. I'll just take care of it.
Okay.
It's this little baby. I don't know how
it should be able to survive on its own, right?
Well, maybe, but I can take care of it for a while and make sure.
Well, it doesn't need milk, right?
What?
Mother's milk.
I don't think so.
Of course.
It's pretty.
That's what I mean.
Sweet little guy, though, eh? I looked around to see if he had any brothers and sisters right there, but I think he was just a little adventuresome Peter Rabbit sort of type. And he just went through my garden and
could be
went on a little adventure, and it didn't go too well for him.
I don't think his family's that far away.
But I thought he was a little bird that they were attacking, because I heard a scream, right? And I thought it was a bird scream. And, well, first I just thought it was a bird making noise over here. I didn't know, right? And then when I noticed the cats and all that, well, I knew something was fishy.
They were having a gale time.
Yeah, they were.
It's lucky you, because he doesn't seem to be hurt at all.
He doesn't seem to be hurt. Like, I looked at his... he's a little bit scared now.
He's scared probably moving fast. My hat. But
it's okay. It's okay.
Were you able to feed him? Oh, you put some greenery
Put some stuff in there. I put some apples, some lettuce, some kale, a little piece of some flowers, a little piece of. I'm gonna put him back in there. He's scared. He was happy in there.
I think he was pretty happy.
Just cuddling in the
but we'll have
In
to
the
make sure he
pajama
doesn't
top.
get stuck in the sun because he'll get cooked.
Well,
in.
I'll bring him in the house. What's the problem? I'll just
The dogs.
I can keep him locked in the bathroom or in the basement. He'll be fine.
Maybe the basement, or in the morning, in that spare room where he's separated from the dogs.
Yeah.
Because we don't want him to get
Right.
scared.
No, I'm not going to keep him near the chihuahuas. I wouldn't do that. I know he'd be scared.
And on the deck, the
cats would be all over him. He can't stay out here.
Good. So you got a name from you?
You can name him whatever you want.
Well, there used to be a drummer for Cheap Trick. Last name was Carlos.
Gosh, I really want to take that back.
Why?
Okay, go ahead, finish your story.
Well, his last name is Carlos. His middle initial was E. And his first adopted name, I'm pretty sure, was Bud. Bud E. Carlos.
So, what exactly are you going to call him? Just Bunny?
Bunny or Bun, you know.
Okay. Well, I don't expect we'll get too attached to him and we'll have him around for years calling him Bunny, so that's fine.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, so far I don't know what kind of personality he has. He's just scared and hiding in my pajama top.
Yeah. Anyway, seems to like you, so that's good.
I did rescue him from a bunch of cats.
Oh, it would have been horrible.
So I think he'll be in love with me forever.
Oh, yeah.
After
I think they were
that.
just going to be playing with him. It's really disgusting.
Well,
that's what they tend to do.
Yeah, they play until the animal's dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long, agonizing death. But
So he was actually screaming, eh?
yeah, he made a squeal,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a bird. I didn't.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, I know, like rabbits, they scream, like when people are going to kill them or whatever, they scream like people, which is really disturbing.
Yeah.
They sound just like people. He didn't sound like a human.
Yeah.
He sounded like a little bird.
Well, he's young.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
The babies probably sound different.
A little bit different. Yeah, William Butler. One of the last poems he wrote. He knew he was dying. He wrote, "A stricken rabbit is crying out, and its cry distracts my thought."
Should distract anyone's thought. I mean, that's. Anyway. Somehow a couple of my patty pan squash disappeared.
Okay, so where were they?
They were harvested.
Okay.
They're ones that you eat just when they're little babies.
Okay, so
they left me one, which was very nice of them, I guess.
Okay, who harvested them?
How am I supposed to?
Okay, I didn't. When you said they were harvested, that could have been anyone. I thought you'd harvested them and left them here.
No.
See, so they're along the side there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just going to know for next year that I can't grow patty pan squash because they're going to get harvested. So it's all a learning experience for me. Whoever is stealing my stuff, I just learn, I can't grow that in there. And I think, what can I replace that with?
The other thing is, just in case you're watching, this might be a learning experience for you. Because when we catch you, wait and see.
I don't know. So far, I'm pretty kind. I've
You've been very kind. taking a chance. We're going to catch them.
I mean, our income, our combined income is low income, like less than it, like we qualify for low income for one person. One person. This is, and we're getting stolen. I mean, that's pretty rotten.
It's getting pretty low.
Yeah. People steal from the gardens of poor people. That's not nice though. I mean, every day I go out and I look at the squash and I look at them growing, and you know, they're a part of me. They're a part of me.
And oftentimes when you look at them, you're taking care of them, right?
Yeah, I do when they need me there.
I wouldn't water them by hand, those ones.
Well, I do.
Some?
From my bath water, the watering can weight training. Like I do most of the watering can weight training that I do with my bath water this time of year just goes to the deck plants because they need a lot. But occasionally I need to supply a little more to the, you know, there's maybe 4 of the peat bales that don't get hit as much with the soaker hose, so I have to do those too. But anyway, with 3 degenerated discs. I guess I better feed my fish. You know, I brought one of the, like, this is a different one. I had one in, what was it, the miso container or whatever, and I brought that one. It was well rooted, and I thought, well, you know, I can't really leave it here while we're gone because it just evaporate too much and it'll die. So I brought it in one of the cup holders in the car to my sister. So she planted it, I don't know where, but I'll have to let her know that it's not hardy, because I don't think I told her.
Well, it was hardy enough to survive the dogs falling on it.
Yeah.
That was that plant, correct?
Yeah. They broke it on the way. Jumped all over it. I can't believe they didn't just obliterate it.
Yeah.
But, anyway. So I'm rooting another one. I broke a piece off of another one by accident. I'll give it to someone. But yeah, I'm thinking if a person grows on, say they can manage to keep something like this is humongous. I don't know if you can catch it with the camera. It goes almost, well, it's really big. Anyway, but this is goldenberry. And it has some morning glory growing on it. But anyway, if this might overwinter in the house, kept as a houseplant in front of a sunny window, then obviously cuttings root. So I could take in the spring, if this lives, I could take 100 cuttings, root them, and plant. See, so that's a lot easier than planting a bunch of seeds and planting out little seedlings. So I might try that overwintering a couple of these guys. If they're bug free, I'll put them in a different room so that just in case they have insects. So that's what I like to do. I have a quarantine system, so I have a spare room with a window that I put plants that I want to try to keep alive as houseplants or whatever that have been on the deck. Bring those out. What do you need, darling?
Oh, I just went and washed my hands. I got a lot of handicaps going. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
On my hands, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I better do something with this little bun. And you know the ketchup's there. And you're all set. If you need more water, I only used half of mine.
Well, okay. Better note this.